Hi guys, good morning. I'm gonna be showing you what I eat in a day and what Healthy Mummy eats in a day. If you're new here, hey, I'm Healthy Emmie. I'm a nutritionist, the creator of the Slim program and Slim supplements. Everything that I eat is documented in the Slim program, so if you wanna learn more information about that and get your own custom meal plan and workout plan, that information is in the description bar. If you wanna see my workout routine too, comment and I will show you in the next vlog. But post-workout, I roasted up zucchini and summer squash. I usually don't use tin foil, but we're not at home right now. We're on vacation. I have my own Silpat sheets, but those are roasted without oil. I have an Envy apple here because that is the elite apple. Tofu scramble, which is literally just tofu mashed up with turmeric. And then I will add a little bit of the black salt. It really adds good depth of flavor to give it that eggy flavor. And I never even liked eggs, but something about it is good. And then we're gonna do avocado toast. So let's assemble. Breakfast is served, breakfast is ready. I'm definitely eating later than I like to. I had a meeting this morning, and so I wasn't able to make breakfast until after the meeting. But I'm so excited to eat this, and I'm gonna go yap a little bit on TikTok about how I literally would prefer this over what I used to eat when I was little, and Healthy Mummy can attest to that was probably Dunkin' Donuts. But I just love eating this way. It makes me feel so happy and healthy and alive.
Good morning. Just going to head out on my walk, and I'm going to prep my oats before I go. So that is 3/4 of Bob's Red Mill Quick Oats with some flaxseed mixed in, and then just equal amount of water. And I'm going to mix that up and let it sit, and then when I come back in like an hour, it's the way I like it, and I'll put it on my add-ins. So I have already prepped my oats this morning, 3/4 of a cup of Bob's Red Mill Quick Oats mixed in with some flaxseed. And to that, I'm going to add some shredded carrots. When I'm home, to be perfectly honest with you, I just shred a regular carrot, so much easier. Then I'm going to add some hemp hearts, some chia seeds, a pinch of pumpkin seeds, same with some almond slivers, and some raisins. I do like this part, these mix-ins, all mixed together. And then I top it with some wild Maine blueberries that I keep frozen and heat up in the microwave. And then top it with some Ceylon cinnamon. And that's it, that's my breakfast.
Healthy Mummy is out sunbathing, and her servant is heading back into the kitchen to make her lunch. For years, she made me ketchup sandwiches for lunch, so it's only fair that I torture her back with my cooking. No, the fun fact is I used to demand ketchup sandwiches for lunch. Ketchup, white bread, my lunch of choice. So I'm gonna make Healthy Mummy her lunch. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do for mine, but I wanna make sure hers is situated and ready so that when she gets hungry, she can just come up and grab it. Guys, I just realized that this is a smiley face. How cute is that? Okay, so it is slim pickings for seasonings here since we're on vacation, but I just took portobello mushroom caps and some cauliflower, and I have those marinating in just balsamic vinegar, but I've cut them into steaks. We did steak night last night, but vegan style. You can see it on my TikTok and perhaps my Instagram if I put it on there too. But all of this to say, I'm going to roast this in the oven. I usually don't use tin foil, but we're on vacation and this is what we have. So I'm going to place the portobello mushroom caps. Actually, I'm gonna do this because the cauliflower needs to be wrapped because it needs to steam, otherwise it'll stay wicked hard. And we'll just pour over what's left. I'm gonna wrap this so that the cauliflower steams. And the oven is at 425. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven at 425. After 20 minutes, I'm gonna check on it, and the mushroom caps might be done, and then I might be able to take the tin foil off of the cauliflower. I also am boiling up some water here for some corn on the cob. So we'll boil the corn. Then we have these Eat Meaty mushroom steaks. You guys have heard me talk about how much I love these. The ingredients are unbelievable. They're literally just made from mushroom root. Like, it's truly the craziest thing of all time. And Healthy Mummy loved the chicken one, so now she's gonna try the steak one. Looks like the water is ready. So We'll put this in. So that's gonna boil for about 3 minutes. So we are gonna start out with some rice. This is leftover basmati rice from when we did Indian food. So just using up the leftovers here. Now we're gonna add in our mushroom caps. These were in there. I actually kept them in there longer than I thought. Kept them in for like 30 minutes. And our cauliflower steaks. Here is our corn on the cob. Here comes our steak. And then Healthy Mummy likes hummus with all of this. I'm gonna try to make it look pretty, but I don't have my rubber spatula to do so, so we'll do our best here. I put onions on it last night, but tonight I didn't, or today I didn't. And there we have it, folks. When Healthy Mummy is ready, her lunch awaits her. What is she gonna do without me? Okay, now it is time for the servant to eat. So as you know, I just choose a different veggie, starch, and protein, and we go for it. And usually I do a source of fat, but I almost always do avocado toast. That has been like my thing lately, is avocado toast, but I can't do the same exact thing that I did for breakfast in this video for you. I gotta switch it up a little bit. So starch, we're gonna do toast. Protein, we are going to do the Eat Meaty, the chicken version. So my mom had the steak version. We're gonna have the chicken version. It is a lot later than I usually eat. Today just got pushed ahead. I went to the grocery store. I wanted like a nectarine, a mango, a kiwi. The nectarines were baseballs. They could have killed somebody. So I saw this dragon fruit and I'm just praying that this is good. We're gonna do eggplant for our veggie. I'm just gonna steam it. So I choose my starch, my veggie, my protein, my fat. I build my meal and then I log it into Slim. You can either do the meal plan from Slim or you can choose your own and keep track of everything that way. So we're gonna do some eggplant. And this is seedless, so this must be the female, right? The dash is the female, I think. I'm just gonna throw this in my steamer. I love trying random things. Like I've never tried this method of cooking eggplant, so let's see if I like it. And if I don't, I'll eat it anyway. Okay, chicken, tomato sauce. I hope this can opener works. Otherwise, uh-oh. This is tough. Good, crushed tomatoes with basil. Tastes good to me. Okay, moment of truth for my dragon fruit. I'm nervous. Oh, she looks beautiful, but she doesn't smell great, which makes me nervous. Not much taste there, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. Okay, so now we just wait for my eggplant to steam. Okay guys, I'm laughing because I'm like, let me do something different for you guys. I'm gonna do eggplant and sauce. I'm gonna do the chicken cutlet, and I made the most beige meal of all time. Okay, let's take this as a learning moment. Let me mic up. So I've got my beige meal here. Here's what the rest of my meals have been looking like this week and usually look like: full of color, just vibrant, exciting. And then I have this beige meal here. And I think that this is a good little lesson for us, that your meal doesn't always have to be perfect. I'm just moving the dragon fruit to a different bowl so it doesn't get saucy. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be beautiful, it doesn't have to be glamorous. And sometimes it's gonna be like, what happened here? But it's okay, it's just food. It doesn't have to be perfect. You eat this and you move on. And then the next meal, you make a better one. But if you become so fixated on trying to make every single one perfect and the best thing you've ever eaten, that is immense pressure to put on yourself. I'm gonna eat this. It's probably gonna taste really good, like a little chicken parm situation going on here. And then I'm gonna move on with the rest of my life and enjoy the sun. So we are going to be trying out a new product. We have these plant strong veggie burgers. Portobello mushroom and the black bean burgers. These are Rip Esselstyn's brand, so used to be called Engine 2, now called Plant Strong. But the question is, which one should we do? Do you think we should do the black bean burgers or the portobello mushroom burgers? There's 4 in each. Healthy Mummy says black beans, so that's what we're gonna do. And we need some fixins. I have bell peppers, peel bread, lettuce, pickles, roasted red peppers. We can have them with some corn on the cob, but what we don't have is onions, and I feel that we need onions with this. And I will get tomato. What else could we put on here? Some cucumber, or I could just keep it simple. How about some sprouts? And we have some fruit for the side. So that, lettuce, red. All right, let's go get these couple of things at the grocery store and then we'll be back. Unfortunately, they didn't have sprouts at the grocery store, which I was just having a hankering for, but we will survive. I got mustard, onion, tomato. So I think what I'm gonna do first is prepare this mix, because I saw a tip that if you put it in the fridge before you bake it, they hold together better. Freeze for 8 to 10 minutes before doing what we need to do. Let's follow the directions here. 6 to 8 ounces of hot water and what's in here. So in goes the mix. It looks like a cookie mix, like an oatmeal raisin cookie mix. It's funny. We need about 6 to 8 ounces of hot water here. Oops. That's 5. You can always add, but you can't take away. So let's see how this looks. You know what? I did about 5.5 ounces. I actually am liking this consistency. Again, you don't want them to be too wet, so I might just go for this. All right, so I ended up getting a 5 out of this, and it says to freeze for 8 to 10 minutes before you end up baking them. So why don't we do that? Current status, veggie burgers are in the oven. I have some red onions that have balsamic vinegar on them, bell peppers with balsamic vinegar, and then I've put out all of the condiments. So the pickles, roasted red peppers, the tomatoes, lettuce, the Ezekiel bread, and then some fruit to have on the side, some melon, apples and pineapple, and then I have the corn here to be boiled up. Updates to come. The veggie burgers smell so good, so they're done. I put them in there for probably a little over 15 minutes to make sure that they're nice and crispy. So we have our whole spread out now. I'm about to boil the corn in the oven. We have the peppers and onions roasting up. So we've got everything out here, and I think that the veggie burgers are gonna be really great. And I was surprised because they look like oatmeal cookies. You can very much see everything that's in them. You can see the oats, you can see the black beans. So it's not like one of the Impossible burgers where it's super processed. It's pretty unprocessed. So here's everything. All right, guys, I am back home, so it is time to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, which is iGulu. I talked about this a little bit in my last vlog about how I was making some kombucha for my fiance. And so I want to talk a little bit about why I would prefer to make this at home myself as opposed to just buying it from the grocery store. The first thing is that I like to be in control. And when you're making this at home yourself, you know exactly what is going into what you're drinking. So you could use herbal tea to make your kombucha. You could make it so that you're not adding any sugar. This is completely within your control. When you buy that at the grocery store, you don't have that kind of control. And what's so fantastic as well is that sometimes the kombucha that you buy at the grocery store has been pasteurized. Now, pasteurization is not an inherently bad thing. However, if you are getting kombucha for the purpose of probiotics, and probiotics are living gut bacteria, it's so good for your gut to improve your gut microbiome in terms of its diversity, how robust it is, how strong it is, how efficient your digestion is, the gut-brain connection, your mood, your energy, your sleep. Pasteurization is going to kill off most of that bacteria. So pasteurization, like I said, is not inherently bad. It's great for a bunch of other stuff where the purpose is not to get the bacteria because it's killing off the bad bacteria. But when the purpose is to get the good bacteria, buying kombucha from the grocery store that's been pasteurized defeats the whole purpose. I'll say too, it's way more cost effective in the long term. It is an investment to get this at first, but over the long term, it's way more cost effective because you're not buying all these things from the grocery store. It's way more environmentally friendly because you're not buying the bottles. I didn't even show you that I have it here. This is the first kombucha. I'm gonna surprise my fiance with it when he gets back from golf. It smells really good. It's a really hot day out too. So this is like, it's an iced tea type of thing. It's gonna be absolutely perfect. I'll say too, the connection that you feel with it when you make it yourself, it tastes so much better. You appreciate it more. You drink it more slowly. When you buy it and when you go and buy it from the grocery store, there's a disconnect because it's a transaction versus this is a process that you're a part of. And you feel as though you and the drink that you're having, you made this, you cared for this. Now you're putting it in your body to feed your gut microbiome. It's completely different energy. and you feel like that girl, you know, like, oh, I make my own kombucha. I have my life together. The link and discount code for this is down below. A huge thank you to iGulu for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you guys in my next video.